steps into him, and just see the shoulder, the left shoulder. There wasn't a lot of contact, and enough though to warrant that, and I think that's a good call.
Yeah, it's right in the chest. It's hard to argue with that one. He's outside the charge circle, bit of shoulder to the middle of his chest, goes down, accentuates it, but it's a great defensive play.
Sobey driving inside, loses the handle.
Sobey gets a tech. And that's where, to me, Damo, they get the switch. And you've got Hurd on the box with Bryce Cotton on him. Now, sure, Sobey sees he's got Pinder on him and thinks he can take him, but that's where that balance, and get Hurd a look, try and get him going down low. Clearly, in hindsight, would have been a better decision.
And Walton Jr. has been brought back out because I think they prefer getting a bit of movement before. Yep, okay, now Sobes, it's your turn. Or let's get in a pick and roll. Let's try and create some space with the ball in someone else's hand. Because when the ball's in his hands, he's thinking one thing, I'm going to go score until you can stop me, which is usually going to work. But at times, you also need someone to set up the other players, get them involved, and that's what Walton will do now.
Mitchell steps back, long two, got it. He is such an exciting prospect, Ben Henschel.
Well, one thing's for sure, he does not lack confidence with his shot.
But you know what? Opportunity can create that. Last season, I think he only averaged about 6 minutes a game, and all of a sudden he has a great off-season over in New Zealand, a great pre-season with the Wildcats. JR said, you're my guy first off the bench. I don't care if you miss your first three. I expect to see a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a 10th go up. And he's bought into that confidence, and it's shown with the performance.
Bit of Boomers action for Ben Henschel, as well as playing with Otago, the Perth outpost in the NZNBL. A steal there. Sets up Cotton at the other end. Step back for Bryce. Got another one! And the foul! Cotton is cooking. And in the first game of the season, this is an awfully ominous sign for the rest of the league.
Just want to make sure Derek Ruck is tuning into this one. Derek, I'll see you a little bit later, mate. Got a few things to talk about.
Yeah, he's got to be the #1 pick until he burps up all over himself, and that doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon, based on what he's done over the past 5 or 6 years. D-Ruck, he's not looking good, bro.
So 16 points for Bryce Cotton. Timeout. Wildcats lead 50-37. 1 minute and 12 remaining here in this first half, and it has been the Bryce Cotton show. He is 5 of 12 from the field. He's 5 of 9 from downtown. 16 points. It has been a vintage performance from Bryce Cotton, that is for sure.
That's right.
What matters is how I see myself and where I feel I fit, I guess, in the ranks of the history of the league. And that's all that matters, whether anybody else agrees with me or not.
Here's Cotton again. Oh, it's another vintage performance from Bryce Cotton.
He's a champion on the floor, a champion off the floor. You know, one day he might actually pick me off the trophy. Bryce Cotton.
I kind of look at my whole, I guess, body of work so far in this league, and it's crazy that, you know, I haven't even played a decade yet in this league, and to be mentioned with some of the greats of the league, it's pretty cool, especially knowing the talent level that we have. As long as I got the opportunity to keep doing this, I'm never going to take it for granted because it's a blessing.
So one of the all-time greats, and that legacy just continues to grow for Bryce Cotton.
Well, he's played a little over 16 minutes. He's got 16, make that 17 points. And plus minuses can be a little, sometimes not necessarily all that accurate, but he's plus 17 when he's on the floor. Any wonder they want to play him 38 to 40 minutes a game.
Hurt inside, nice finish. And the former Blue Devil. Potential collegiate career. Almansa with the touch again.
We've seen him finish with the left hand. There he finishes with the right. Nice touch around the basket with both hands.
Glover on the reverse. Strange old season for Angus Glover last year. Fell out of that Sydney rotation the back end of the year, and a great off-season in the NBL one with Elphin. Get some more opportunity. Time winding down in this first half. It's been the Bryce Cotton show so far. It's Doolittle to Harris, off balance in the corner. That one won't go. Single digits now for Sobey in the Phoenix. Can they get something happening to go into halftime? Glover rattles it in. And that's a little bit of something for Mike Kelly to work with going into halftime. 53-44. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix trailed by double digits for large portions of that first half. Angus Glover gives them a little bit of a boost heading into the sheds, Damo.
Yeah, he's got a block shot early in the quarter.
He has this in him. He's very versatile.
Hey, Drew, I'll ask you the same question we just heard Felix ask Carmelo. He's going to drop 12 to 15 pretty easily. What about you if you get out there right now? What's your number?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, the wheels aren't moving like they once did.
I was looking at Carmelo. I'm pretty sure he was born in 1984, the same year I was born. And I'm thinking, I look 10 years older than him. Something is not going well.
Sobey inside for Hurt. Nice finish. Matt Hurt with a couple of buckets here for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Wagstaff thought about it, puts it on the floor. Spins his way inside. The veteran move. Just can't get it to roll. Season 16 for your old teammate, Damo.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we get a close-up of his new haircut, but he's got a line. He got lined up. And I know the youngsters, Benny Henshaw in particular, they literally laughed in his face when he walked into training. So it might be year 16, but it's the first time in those 16 seasons he's gone and got himself to the barber shop and said, give me that line.
Staying on trend, I like that. Cotton for three. Another one for Bryce. 6 of 10.
That is special.
It's an onslaught from Bryce Cotton and Keanu Pinder.
You heard Mike Kelly in the background just telling Hurt to make sure he stays up, stay up, tied up, make him drive. Don't want him allowed to take the three ball.
14 three-point makes for the Wildcats. 41% from the field. Sobey misses again. He's 2 of 8. He's Nathan Sobey. Cotton back the other way. Likes the look of it for 7. Got it!
It's one of the prettiest things in the NBL right now.
He's putting the hoop in Hoops Fest.
Even if you're not a Wildcats fan, it's a thing of beauty when Bryce Cotton gets it going.
Oh, and the block. What can he do? 20-point or 18-point Wildcats lead. And that man is just taking a big old deep breath.
Where is he? Where is he at?
T-Ruck. You might need to reevaluate. It might be the quickest adjustment we've ever seen to a top 15 in the history of any sport.
He's standing next to Adam Tatalovich, New York Knicks scout. David Anderson's over there as well. I think a few of them might be reminding him. Pete Hooley's up there. They're over
Bodyguard Jack Everett.
Jack's up there.
Oh, dear. And you think of Jesse Wagstaff, one of the interesting stats last season. Perth was scoring at 102.3 points per game per 40 minutes while Jesse was on the floor, which is the highest of any qualified player in the league, and that is, of course, those who have played the required minutes. So when he's on the floor, he may not necessarily get it done himself, but he makes things happen for the Wildcats on the offensive end.
He had back-to-back. DMP's coach's decision, and in the first game he got to step on the floor after, like I said, 2 games of riding the bench. He set a drag screen for Bryce Cotton in transition. This is when Bryce was going through, in his opinion, a lull, not being himself, yet Jesse's played alongside him a long time. He's a high basketball IQ player, and that was one part of the game he saw. They thought, no, let's try and get Bryce an easy one, and that's what he does. He knows the game so well that if he's not scoring, he'll still get himself in positions, or more importantly, help his teammates to get through a bit of structure to get some easy ones.
Let's have the inside of Andrew Gaze and Damian Martin as part of our coverage tonight. Geordie Hunter gets it to go.
John really is having all sorts of stressful moments here with the officials because he thought that should have been a travel.
He's gone full Mike Wells on him. Izan Almansa can't finish inside.
I didn't see any clipboards flying around.
No papers scattered.
Hit him on the elbow. Good shot.
But this has been a spectacular turnaround by the Wildcats. The first 3 minutes or 4 minutes of the quarter, the Phoenix owned it. And then Keanu Pinter's gone punter, and it just completely changed the game to, it's a comfortable 16-point lead. And it's the offense. They've had 20, it's 27-16 in the quarter. Does that sound right? Jeez, talking about Felix's match.
I think we're at 29, so...
Well, I undersold it.
29-18 so far this quarter. After 29 in the first quarter for the Wildcats. Johnson showing his athleticism and some time in the Real Madrid Academy. World Cup MVP at under 19 and under 17 level. Just a staggering resume for only a 19-year-old. Windler keeps it alive. Chucks it up to Almansa, who can't finish. Shot clock turned off for the Phoenix. 82-62. Walton Jr. for three. Got it. Big bucket.
He went early, though. He's giving the Wildcats a chance to get that.
Almansa tries to do just that. He can't beat the three-quarter time buzzer. We go to three-quarter time with Keanu Pinder and Bryce Cotton taking over that third term. And the Perth Wildcats turn for home, leading 82-65.
Great basketball, great fans, and super exciting game. So basketball always first. I'm excited to be here. Thank you to Russell and Australia for opening their arms up and allowing us to come in and be a part of this. We have a great time, great energy. We looking forward to what we're going to bring here. You might be able to some excitement.
Murph, I got one question. How you feel about bringing hoopers back here getting that shit? Would you like to come back to Hoopers next year and bring something up?
I want to come back to Hoopers next year and I want to wear this outfit. And then I'm going to do good.
Everybody calls you a little something, but you can go. I'll see that shit. What about you, though? How you feel about coming back next year with Hoopers?
Nah, we working on something exciting for next year. So we're looking forward to next year, bringing this back and seeing what we're seeing. That's the problem.
I like that. Murph, y'all make some noise for Kenny and Jeff Smith.
Early in the turn, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix got it back to a one-point margin before Keanu Pinder took over with 14 consecutive points in the ball game. Bryce Cotton getting involved as well. And the Perth Wildcats have complete control at three-quarter time, 80-65. Joel Peterson, Damien Martin, Andrew Gaze. And it was a virtuoso performance from this dynamic 1-2 punch of Cotton and Pinder.
Yeah, Keanu Pinder's energy was contagious and everybody started to buy in and have that belief because there was a bit of doubt, I think, creeping in after Southeast did cut the margin back to 2 and then all of a sudden the floodgates open. But you've got to remember, it's only a 15-point game. That can quickly turn around. So these first 3 minutes in particular for Southeast Melbourne, they are important, but they can cut it to single digits and we've got a game on our hands.
So 80-65. Sobey hurt, Walton Jr., Lewis and Kenyon out there for the Phoenix. got all kinds of work to do to start this final term. Sobey for three. That one goes. Hasn't had his best night, but he gets that one there. Let's check in with Kelsey Brown courtside.
Yeah, well, Keanu Pinder caught fire to his own detriment. He's cut his left hand. He's gone back doors for a little bit of a medical seeing too, but he's back out on the secondary bench now, and he should be out there shortly.
Good news, Kels. Thank you. Magstaff gets that to go.
That was a much-needed basket previously from Nathan Sobey. But he's just got to pick his time a little bit more. Hanging with a nice bucket.
Yeah, Matty Kenyon doing what he does.
Just needs stops at the other end, but that third quarter, I thought Nathan Sobey was pushing it a little too much off the dribble. He needs to get it through some hands and then come to him, and the type of actions that we're seeing, he can do that just as easily as in the last 8 seconds of a set as well as he can in the first 8 seconds.
Yeah, the team's better off with him out on the floor, but I think Derek Walton with the ball in the hand being the decision maker so that the defense is tested. Then by the time it gets to Sobes at the back end, he's got that green light to go create however he likes.
Colton Pepper getting set to check in. Walton Jr.'s fouled on the 3 ball. John really wants to have a look at it. Jordy Hunter with 19 for the Phoenix. Pinder with 24 for the Wildcats. Let's take another look at this one.
No, that's a foul. He's coming in, landing into his landing space as well. And John really trying to claim that Walton Jr. was jumping forward.
Now, Drew, you got an issue, an apology to the fine people here at RAC Arena because you weren't happy at halftime because apparently it has run out of toner.
That's some toner issues. No, I'm actually going to compliment them. They went out and would have jumped into got to the store and got their toner sorted, and the stats are back on track, so that's a good situation.
He asked how long it takes to cross the Nullarbor to get some toner into town. Well, they've done whatever it takes for you, Drewy. You've got your box score printed out now.
11-point lead for the Cats. The home fans excited. We'll be even more excited about that from Izan Almansa. 6-73. Been a dominant second half for Perth. The Phoenix got it back to within a point early on in the third term. Sobey flings it to Kenyon. Pepper with the takeaway. On debut in red. Henschel surveying. Cotton, 7 threes already. Puts the skates on. Pepper on the move. Falls away. Out. Doolittle keeps it alive at his foul.
Elijah Pepper in the preseason games, he was putting up